It's the MOPOWERZ where knowledge is power. How are you all doing this fantastic Friday? Me, I'm absolutely fabulous. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anybody that you run into. It is a great way to jumpstart your conversation with someone. Okay? And this conversation just happens to be about politicians and celebrities. Why politicians and celebrities? I say that because black people in this country are in trouble, serious trouble. And the politicians are using black celebrities to help influence black minds for their political agenda. It's that quite simple. How many of these entertainers do you see are being reached at or reached out to help them gain the mind control of black people? Now, mind you, some of those black entertainers that they're bringing forth to you, look at them. Jeezy, Lil Wayne, Puff Daddy, Cardi B, and any other entertainer, with the exception of maybe Ice Cube. And why do I say I give Ice Cube a play? I give Ice Cube a play because he has been on the front lines at one point in time. This is not his first time speaking up. In fact, I love the album that he made years ago called America's Most Wanted. That album was phenomenal. And it was that point which Ice Cube first began his demonstration in regards to speaking out for the people, even though it was in music. But also he has made other contributions to the struggle behind closed doors. But needless to say, where are the black leaders, not entertainers? Where are the black leaders? They've all been neutralized. They've all been neutralized, and if they haven't been neutralized, they've been compromised. So, where is your voice really? You don't have a voice if someone is working diligently to have control and influence over your own mind, thoughts, and decisions. And they know that most black people watch, observe, and want to be like those entertainers and athletes that they see on TV. They want to be like them people. And sadly, many of them listen to them. How can you follow someone who don't even care about you? How could you follow would you follow someone that don't care about you? Would you really do that? Would you follow someone that don't care about you? Would you love someone that didn't love you? Would you love someone that don't love you? That's a hard, pimp hoish type of relationship, you think? That is a pimp hoe relationship. Loving someone that doesn't love you. Don't you think that's a pimp hoe relationship? And who always seems to get the short end of the stick? The hoe, which is you. Because you're going to VOTE for those people who don't love you. They don't care about you. Look, when they have their discussions, you're not even a concern at the table. They're talking about other people. They're not talking about you. Sadly, but truthfully, they're trying to wipe us out. They've been trying to do that since 1555. And ever since 1555, it has always been the control and influence of an outside force so that you can willfully give your power over to someone to make decisions for you. I don't understand what you don't understand about what I'm saying. No, it's not rocket science. It's just common sense. Has any of these celebrities came to your rescue? Has any of these athletes came to your rescue? Have any of them paid any bills for you? Car note, mortgage, rent, cell phone bill. Have they bought a bag of food for you, seeing that you're starving, yet you've made them rich? And the same thing works with the politicians. It's a pimp-hoe relationship. In this type of relationship, not only do you give them your money because they make decisions over your taxes and whatnot and everything, right? Even though taxation without representation, seeing that we don't have any representation, should we really be paying taxes? As the 13%. Because we don't have any representation. Hell, we can barely find peers in court on a jury stand. I'm just saying. So you let me know. What do you think? Do you think these politicians, are using these celebrities to access your mind and power? Do you think so? If so, leave your comments in the comment section. If you don't think so, leave your comments in the comment section. Because we have no black leaders except ourselves. All of them are gone. Who can we call on now? We can't even call our mama or daddy if we go to jail sometime. Our brother or our sister, we most definitely can't call them. So who's going to speak out for you? Who's going to speak out for you? Who's going to speak out for your children, your grandchildren? Who's going to speak out for them? Because you're not doing it. What are you doing right now anyway? What are you watching on television? What are you listening to on your radio? What are you listening to? Is it anything uplifting? Is it anything that is giving you access to power? Whether it be mentally, spiritually, physically, economically, socially, is it doing any of those things for you? Or is it doing the same thing that the politicians and the entertainers are doing for you, which is absolutely nothing? In fact, there's a question. Why do you like the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. Why do you like the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. And they've been giving you nothing since the 60s. And they didn't even want to give it to you then. They did not want to give you the right to vote then. And here it is, you have Joe Biden, who helped lock up black people in the 90s with the crime bill. Yeah, the same Joe Biden that you're going to break your neck to go vote for. Yeah, he was the same guy on the crime bill with Hillary Clinton, calling the black people super predators. Do you all remember that? Do you remember that? Nope. Because if you did, I don't think you'd be going for Sleepy Joe. I'm not saying go for Donald Trump either. Both of them are racist. Both of them don't like black people. The only difference between them is that Donald Trump did not have anything to do with the crime bill that locked hundreds of thousands of black people up. Remember, that was the Democrats that did that. It was the Democrats that did that. And then you have Hillary, the Miss Super Predator, and all of those that were on her team agreed with the Super Predator of black people being that or having that title. He agreed to that. And you're still out there. Now, if you don't call that stupid, what do you call it? Stop me when I'm lying. I'm not saying vote for the other one either. But however, which way you go, just know that the politicians and the entertainers are in the same bed. And look at Puffy. Who has died behind Puffy? Huh? Biggie? Look what happened with Sean. Yeah, look what happened with Sean. And Pac? Huh? Shall I continue? Not Sean, but Shine. I'm sorry. Shine, not Sean, but Shine. Sorry. Yeah, but I know who I'm talking about. Left the man out there to dry at that. But you want to listen to Puffy. And how you going to hold the black vote back? You ain't going to hold shit back. What has he ever did for you? Nothing. Nothing but rob you. And all of these entertainers that they have, these rappers, they've done nothing but help send your children to the penitentiary with this music. Straight up. They haven't did nothing but help destroy your community with that music. If you think I'm lying, you know what their lyrics like. I don't have to remind you of that. And look at what your athletes do for you. Nothing. But you buy all of their jerseys and their gym shoes and their hats and whatever. That's cause they don't give you nothing. So it was right when the question was proposed in the lesson. Why do you like the devil? Because the devil gives you nothing. Got that? Politicians, actors, entertainers, athletes, it's a wash. They even do it with the preachers now. They go to churches and put the preacher on a payroll. They put the preacher on a payroll. Just ask Creflo Dollar and T.D. Jakes. Just ask them cats. And the mind control that they have had, or influence that they have had on black people for the behalf of the politicians who don't care nothing about you. And that's why you like going to church and your ministers and all of that stuff and donating your money, because they don't give you nothing. Nothing. What do they give you? Whatever they're giving you, you can read about it for yourself. I'm just saying. It's your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. And by all means, press that subscribe button. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. Think about what I said and leave your comments in the comment section. Do you think that these politicians, athletes, and entertainers are for the people? Do you think the politicians and the entertainers and the athletes are for the people? Leave your comments in the comment section. I appreciate that. And remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry.